What's up, Simper Stronger family? I'm here to talk about the pull plank. So in 2019 and 2020, I was 47 years old working on trying to hit my very first unassisted pull-up. I got my very first one in late February, early March of 2020. And then if you can remember, we got hit with a little tiny shutdown. So I was locked down at home for 3 months with no pull-up bar. So what I did was work on as many pull planks as possible. You're gonna find that getting your pull-up is very core centric. So the more I worked on engaging my lats, activating my abs, and getting my glutes involved, getting that whole trifecta, I was able to maintain most of the strength that I needed to get back on the bar and still be able to knock out a pull-up. So when I came back to the club in July of 2020, I did have to work at it again, but it was definitely not the same amount of time that it took me the first time. So I attribute the pull plank to keeping a lot of that strength that I needed for my pull-up. So I'm going to walk you through the pull plank. Come down into a child's pose position. So I have my toes tucked. If you need to, you can stay on the tops of your feet. My elbows are on the floor. So I want to really feel my lats engaged. By doing that, I'm going to pull the floor towards me. So my lats are activated. On an exhale breath, I'm going to pull myself forward, keep my elbows down as long as I can, and then come into this kneeling plank, low plank position. Inhale back. Lats are activated, pull the floor apart, exhale, pull yourself back. So see how my elbows are right tucked up against my rib cage? I'm trying to keep that rib-hip connection in my front body the whole time. So exhale, pull. It's as if I'm pulling myself up and down my bar, but now I'm in a horizontal position, right? If you want to make this a little bit more difficult, you can come on your toes, knees will hover over the floor, and same thing. Pull the floor apart, get your lats activated, and exhale and pull yourself into this low plank position. Inhale back, trying to stay as low to the floor as possible. Exhale. Okay. Now, pull planks are not for everyone, so that exercise might be slightly too hard for you. So what I would do is elevate your hands. You can use a box or 2 kettlebell horns. So just make sure the bells are big bells, sturdy bells, and they're close together, okay? Here I'm gonna use parallettes. I love my parallettes, I use them a lot. I'm gonna come into that crouching position here, get my lats activated, pull the parallettes towards me, and exhale into my pull plank position. Then I press up, come back down, and here. It's just a nice little ellipse. You can also go the opposite way. So I'll pull myself down, then pull back. So now I'm here in a high plank, pull down into a low plank, and then into your crouching tiger. I'm not using the right terms, but that's okay. That's your pull plank. Okay, so you might not have parallettes, but I bet you have 2 kettlebells at home. So the good thing about kettlebells is you can stay in a kneeling position if you need to. So the bells are right at shoulder width apart, maybe even slightly narrower. I'm going to get back into my child's pose position. Now I want to think about actively pulling my shoulders away from my ears so that my lats are activated. And on an exhale breath, pull yourself up over the bells. So it might take a little bit of practice to figure out how far you need to be from the bell. When you end, you want to think about bringing your forearms perpendicular to the floor, okay? So you're here, exhale, pull yourself, press the bells away, and then come back into your start position. If you want to make this more difficult, then you can come onto your toes, knees off the floor. Here's my crouching tiger position. Pull yourself up over the bells and back. Okay? So I'm making this little ellipse position, and you just got to make sure your bells are nice and sturdy. Make sure your shoulders are directly over your wrists. All your force is just going straight down. Okay? So use heavy bells. These are 16s, so nothing lighter than 16s. Okay, whew, that was good. That was a pole plank.